Ask Tom on Home Show.
Neil from Katy, Texas has a question about some sawdust surprise.
Well, he found these in his house, Tom. Nice, neat little piles of it. And Neil writes, I found these sawdust mounds in 2 small holes on my wooden stairs. The mounds are about 1.5 inches wide and about 1 inch tall, and they appeared all of a sudden in one day. Any ideas on what insect bore? My mouth's having a hard time keeping up here. Insect bored into the wooden stair and created the holes.
It's going to be an insect, number one. So you always want a professional to come out and take a look. It doesn't look to me like termites, although maybe it is. It's not a carpenter bee because it's inside for one thing. And it's not carpenter ants because the house is new and I don't think that's a place that shows moisture. I think it's powder post, I think it's what they call them, powder post beetles, which come in the wood that you buy, and when they hatch, they bore their way out. I had this happen on one job in my entire career, and it all came from wood from South America on this beautiful, circular, gorgeous staircase. And the whole thing, months later, turned out to be these beetles that came with the wood from South America. So what happened was I had to go back to the lumber yard, and they were awesome, number one, and they paid for everything. It was about a $20,000 rebuild repair, and we got it done, and everything was fine, but it was from the wood that came from South America. That's why I'm such a stickler, because I've had a couple of different things happen, but in this case with the beetles, it was a real problem. So I always go with domestic lumber, which means the U.S. for sure, and then sometimes the Canadian lumber if you're looking for specific lumber that doesn't get grown that much in the United States. I'm good with that. But something here in North America. And I have a feeling that's what it is. And if that's the case and you just have 2 or 3 and they go away, that's great. If they start popping up all over, and if it shows holes and they don't stop because it's very hard to treat, and your professional will tell you, then sometimes you have to replace the pieces of wood that they're in.
I will tell you, Tom, you were exactly right. It was indeed, wait for the focus here, the powder post beetle. You actually nailed it. It's a good looking little beast too, huh?
Never saw the actual critter, just the dust, but look how... They're beautiful builders. Look how perfect that dust is in that picture. It's a beautiful
picture,
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at them.
These guys are so neat around the job site. They get a job with Jeff Roberts over at Trifecta.
They don't even spread out. It was a perfect little circle.
Perfect.
Mother Nature is fantastic, but the only reason I know about it is because I had a lot of sleepless nights thinking that my company might have to pay out of pocket for this one. Luckily, it didn't happen.
All right. Well, you don't ever have to pay out of pocket for an answer from Tom. Just go to HomeShowRadio.com. Over there, click on the blue Ask Tom button, and you get to this page. You can send us a video. You can send us pictures. And if you do, like Neil did, it helps us. And you do that when you get to this form down there at the bottom. You'll see it says, pictures help. And they do. And we want to help you. And that's why we post a new one of these every day on our YouTube channel. And, of course, you'll find that's Home Show Radio if you're looking for it on the YouTube. Chances are you're watching this on YouTube, and so... you found it. But just in case you found it on our website, HomeShowRadio.com, that's where the rest of them are, is over on YouTube.